Blythe lovers, with you, me Oksana, and you're watching my channel Blythe Me More. This video is about 10 don'ts once you customize your Blythe, once you do carving and makeup for your doll. All these don'ts are based on my personal experience and I would love to share them with you. My advice number 1, do not start carving face if you don't have all the right tools and materials, and don't think that you can replace some of the materials by some substitutes. For instance, if you don't have watercolor pencils, you cannot replace them with just regular pencils, as it will not work. In my case, I had a bad experience, as I have been waiting for carving knives for more than 2 months. They probably were at customs for long because these are sharp objects. I ordered them on AliExpress and I started customizing my Blythe dolls without them. And then I felt that there is something wrong with the lips, and whatever I was trying to do with the Dremel or the knives for paper, so it wasn't working. And once they arrived, then I found the answer to my concern. So if I don't have right tools, then I cannot expect right results. My advice number 2, don't go for cheap materials, especially if we're talking about pastel, as then you can question and struggle why it doesn't color, why you cannot put the makeup, because even in this famous brand Faber-Castell, still some of the colors, they don't have enough pigmentation. And once I tried well-known pan pastel, I felt the difference. This pastel is so expensive, I know, but you can just choose a few colors that you feel you'll be using in most of your custom. So which I did, I purchased 6. And once we're talking about the quality of brushes, for instance, I also was like wondering why the pastel I use, I cannot put it in the layer I want, and it all just like, you know, getting blown away. And then I have big sets of different brushes, and I found that the second set I bought, it's more suitable. These are brushes with very short hair here, and I feel the difference. These are better ones. And for the sake of experimenting, I also purchased the brushes for nails, right? It's just like for some small details, I would say, as a eyeliner, or maybe to draw some heart on the face, or maybe to make freckles. So my third tip is, do not use the sandpaper all over face of your Blythe, because it will create some unnecessary scratches, and then it will be very hard to get rid of. So with my first custom, I also did, like I saw in the videos, I took a sandpaper and I was removing the gloss, and then I saw multiple scratches. Some are deep, some are shallow, but then I couldn't get rid of them. Especially it's so difficult if the face panel is tanned or dark skin or black skin. It's so noticeable. So gradually I discovered, so once I start my carving, I just remove the gloss in the area where I will be using Dremel. So I just remove some gloss in the area of lips and nose. I don't touch anything else. It's my last stage of face carving. So once all is done, only then I remove the gloss from all the panel, and I do it with soft sponges. So it's the same as once you're removing the gloss from the eyelids of your doll, you don't go for very hard or very harsh sandpaper. You just do it with a gentle one. It will save you so much time and so much trouble, because all you need to do is just gently remove the gloss, as the usual part for carving are the areas of nose and lips only. My fourth advice, don't start carving without drawing. So at first you draw the lips in the shape you want, and the nose the way you want to modify it. Don't think that just like by looking at it and thinking that okay, I want it to be this way, that the Dremel will do all the job carefully. So you need to use pencil or pen and mark the middle of the face, and only then you can start carving. My tip number 5, don't start with carving nose. It's better start with lips. So nose will be your orientation where the middle is, and then you will be carving your lips by seeing where the center of face is. If you start with a nose and reshape it, then once you start your lips, the center can be lost. My recommendation number 6, don't rush. Don't try to speed up the process. I know that you may be so impatient to see your final result and the huge difference between how it was and how it became, but to reach the best results, it's better to do carving in at least, let's say, 2 days. Well, I always do like this. No matter how happy I am with the result of my carving, I always wake up next day, have a look at the face panel, and I see some imperfections that I can fix. Well, here is number 7. And it was my mistake so many times. Don't think that makeup will hide all the imperfections of your carving. So it doesn't happen. It's always visible. There is no way you can just put some makeup for your doll, some pastel, maybe some drawings. Still, all these rough cuts and scratches, they will be visible. So here is number 8. I don't recommend you doing carving or makeup for your doll when it's dark, as here there are very high chances that some imperfections will not be even visible or noticeable. The best results are always during the daylight, so once you can see very clearly the face plate and all the scratches and imperfections. And the same, don't put makeup in a rainy day. Why is it so? Because we will need to apply Mr. Clear and it must dry. So if it's very high humidity, rainy day, or even too cold, so it's not recommended using Mr. Clear. So for the best results, it must be a very low humidity day. And my piece of advice number 9 is don't be too harsh on yourself. Once it's your first experience, in my case it was up to 10 experiences I had, gradually I felt the difference between my number 1 and number 10. So no matter how hard I was trying to do it right, how much effort, how many days, but subconsciously I knew that it's impossible to make your first custom dolls to look perfect or close to the ones which I made by very famous Blythe customizers. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. And my last recommendation is, if you feel that you'll not be able to do carving yourself or makeup, so you can just simply buy the ready face plate, which are available. I've seen them on Etsy, on Instagram, Facebook, and still it will be your custom. Just keep in mind that Blythe's custom involves not just carving and makeup for her face, but we also have eye mechanism where you can change the eye chips and eyelashes, and we also have eyelids, pull strings, you can put the neck joint, you can strengthen the knees, you can choose any outfit you want, you can choose hair for your doll. It still will be your custom. I believe that these tips can be useful if you are just in the beginning of your way or thinking about becoming a Blythe customizer. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because there are many more videos to come. Bye bye.